5:30, the results are in. We now know just how many students refused to take the Common Core tests. And the spotlight is on one Western New York town where more than 70% of students opted out. News 4's Al Vauders is in the studio with more. Al?
Now, Lena, the most striking statistic coming out of today's release of the state assessments is the number of families that chose to opt out of those standardized tests. While New York students are showing slight improvements in math and English, the number opting out was breathtaking. State Education Commissioner Mary Ellen Elia held a conference call with news media to coincide with the release of the assessment data. The figures show statewide English language arts scores improved slightly, but math scores improved significantly over a 3-year period. Overshadowing those improvements, though, was the number of students opting out of the assessments altogether amid massive protests by parents and teachers in Western New York. They quadrupled from 5% opting out in 2014 to 20% sitting out the test in 2015. West Seneca led the region with 72% of students opting out of math and 71% opting out of English. In the Lakeshore or Evans Branch Central School District, 63% passed on the math test and 61% skipped English. Franklinville Central was 60 math and 53 English. Education Commissioner Mary Ellen Elia says those assessments are important for students, parents, and teachers.
Without that data, we're certainly at a disadvantage in knowing how well those schools and those school districts performed.
Only a fraction of Buffalo students opted out of the assessments, 15% math and 9% English, and there was a slight uptick in math proficiency, but overall the scores were well below state averages.
I wouldn't be pleased with the scores in Buffalo, and I would be working, as I'm sure the board and the educators in Buffalo are aware, they have a lot of work to do, and they need to get focused on it to support students in that city.
Elia also pointed out there could be repercussions from the government due to the large number of opt-outs, including withholding funding to the state or individual school districts. You can look up how your school fared for opting out and proficiency assessments over the last 3 years by clicking on the link with our story at WIVB.com.